Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest episode of How Not to Gamble with me, your host, Chris Collins, one of the 4M1T gang. If you want to follow us on social media, please follow us at WeAre4M1T across the socials, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to find us on YouTube, please just search for 4M1T and our content, our channel will come up. We're getting dangerously close to 100 subscribers now, so if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be massively appreciated. And aside from that, obviously with it being a gambling show, goes without saying, but I'll say it anyway, 18 plus, be gamble aware. And if you feel like the gambling is not fun anymore and you feel like it's becoming a bit too stressful, take a break, come off, come back on when you feel like it's safe to do so. All that aside, let's get into the banker of the week. Faroe Islands are playing Denmark, Faroe Islands at home. And we've also got the Netherlands at home to Montenegro. The last few times that both of those two teams, or all those four teams actually played against each other, it's been a bit of a goal fest. So with that in mind, Faroe Islands and Denmark over 2.5 goals in that game. The Netherlands and Montenegro over 2.5 goals in that game. Stick them together in a double. And that is pretty much across the board, no matter which bookmakers you decide to gamble with. Even money. So if you stick a tenner on, you will get a tenner back plus your tenner stake. So say it again for all those people in the back so they can hear. Montenegro away at the Netherlands over 2.5 goals in that game. Denmark away to the Faroe Islands over 2.5 goals in that game. Like I say, the last time the Faroe Islands and Denmark played each other, and the Netherlands and Montenegro, pretty much goal fests. These fixtures tend to produce a lot of goals, especially in recent history. So I would definitely feel safe for our banker of the week, sticking both of those on in a double for even money. Now for the long shot of the week. And this one is as tasty as I could make it. It's quite difficult when you've got teams who are playing against each other where in the international ranks it's either a banana skin or it's bleeding obvious who's going to win the game. So had to be as imaginative as possible. Ukraine at home to France. France, let's face it, haven't been too convincing recently, and that stretches back to during the Euros as well. So, with that in mind, France away to Ukraine. I have gone for France to win and both teams to score. France to win and both teams to score, which I believe at the moment is pretty much close to or between 2 and 3 to 1. So that on its own is a tasty bet. But let's combine it with something else. Latvia and Norway. Latvia and Norway, I believe the last two times they have played, plenty of goals, or goals galore between the two. But Norway and Latvia both won a piece in their last two games they played. I'm pretty sure that's right. If it's not, I apologise. But I've gone for both teams to score in that game, but for it to be under 3.5 goals. Under 3.5 goals. I did tell you it was a long shot, so let's put it together in a double. France to beat the Ukraine away in Ukraine and both teams to score. Norway and Latvia, both teams to score and under 3.5 goals total in the game. Depending on the bookmaker that you go with, you'll find tasty odds of between 7 and 10 to 1. So if you stick a tenner on that, expect cha-ching bags of cash back. I think that's pretty tasty, to be honest. Call it a long shot. But like I say, France haven't been too convincing as of late. Are definitely prime for conceding a silly goal or two. I can definitely see Ukraine scoring, and they've got the danger men to do it. Ukraine, I know they're not sort of washed with the world's best talent, but I think you've definitely got players up top who can cause the French problems at the back. And Latvia and Norway, let's face it, the only star power on the pitch is Erling Haaland. You may have heard of him, plays for Borussia Dortmund. A bit of a wonder striker, I've heard. Aside from that, slim pickings. I can't really see too many goals in that game, if I'm being honest. Under 3.5 goals seems to be a safe bet, and both teams to score defensively. Again, both teams not renowned for being defensively sound. So that is the long shot of the week. Enjoy. And finally on this week's show, the 4M1T Acca. This one's a tasty one. Again, as tasty as I could possibly make it, given the games that are at our disposal this weekend. International breaks, you gotta love them. Scotland, Serbia, Slovenia, Finland, and double chance Croatia to either win or draw. Croatia to either win or draw. They are away to Slovakia, so a bit of a banana skin game for them. I believe that is 5 to 1 on just on its own. So Serbia, Scotland, Slovenia, Finland, and Croatia or draw double chance. You stick those together in a 5-fold, and it is 3 to 1 generally across the bookmakers. You get between 2.5 and 3 to 1. So stick a tenner on, get 30 notes back plus your tenner on top. I say that's pretty safe money, especially with the games that we've got at our disposal. Couple of banana skins in there. You know, Moldova aren't exactly known for being world beaters, but Scotland tend to make hard work out of nothing, don't they? Tend to make a mountain out of a molehill, so that could potentially slip up, but I can't see it being. I believe Scotland are at home, and with a packed out Hampden Park, you'd think that I'd drive them on to at least get some sort of semi-comfortable result. And like I say, Croatia, we've gone for double chance, win or draw, just because I think that's a bit of a tricky game, that, away to Slovakia. Slovakia has still got some decent older guard players in their side. Croatia are the very, well, especially the midfield, the very definition of Dad's army, but the quality's still there. There should be enough quality in that Croatian side to see Slovakia off. But if something does happen to go wrong, we've got the security of the double chance where the draw will pay out as well. So Scotland, Serbia, Slovenia, Finland, and Croatia or draw, double chance away to Slovakia. You're looking at odds of around 2.5 to 3 to 1, depending on the bookmakers that you prefer. And that is it for this week's How Not to Gamble. Short and sweet, just like this international break. Fucking hell, make it end. Make the Premier League and European League football come back as soon as possible. I'm pretty sure everyone is screaming at the phone right now as they watch this show. Just like to start the show, just like to go over a little bit of housekeeping again. Please follow us on social media. It takes a few seconds to do and would help us out massively, help a small channel grow. We are at WeAre4M1T. We're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, so please follow us. And on YouTube, we are dangerously close to our first 100 subscribers. Say that right, Chris? Dangerously close to our first 100 subscribers. That old tongue twister. So if you could please take 2 seconds out, just 2, to hit that subscribe button, that would help us out massively. Just search for 4M1T on YouTube. And as always, and I'll say it from here until the end of time during these episodes, 18 plus, please be gamble aware. And if you feel like the fun is stopping, then stop. I'm Chris Collins, and we will drop another episode next Friday night. Until then, take care, folks, and adios.